Hello, it is Flash Flood Gaming here with a 100 days of hardcore Minecraft video. It would be greatly appreciated if you could like and subscribe. This video took a really long time to make, and I'm trying to hit 20 subscribers by the end of this year. And now, on with the 100 days of hardcore Minecraft. Okay, on day one, I just got some wood, and then I found a village. That was insane. For day one. Then I found the greatest blacksmith chest I have ever seen. That was all for day one. Day two and 5, I just spent basically strip mining. After forever, I finally found diamonds, and then all of day 6 I just spent exploring to try and find sugarcane and leather. On day 7 I spent it creating. Okay, so this is a brief interruption just to explain the way that this hardcore world works. Since I am on PlayStation, I cannot play hardcore. So basically what I'm doing is, the difficulty is set to hard. If I die, I have to delete my world. I've done plenty of other worlds where I've died, like this one, and I have to delete the world. That's it for this quick intermission. Thanks you for watching. Creating the enchantment table. Then I basically just spent the rest of the day enchanting. I got very good enchants, and it was just an overall productive day. I spent days 8 to 9 strip mining and found more diamonds. It's always good to find more diamonds. I spent days 10 to 14 exploring, and I found a village. It was very small, but it was worth it because I found the bookshelves. I spent day 15 just strip mining the entire day. Then, brace yourselves for day 16 because it got crazy. So first, I created an anvil. Things were just going normal. I also created my first piece of diamond armor. Then I went exploring in the place where I found a ton of diamonds and found a spawner. I was really hesitant because I've died between these before. Then I realized it was a spider spawner. So this is me creating it, and this is just, yeah. After 4 days of construction, the spider spawner was finally complete. I then spent the rest of the day getting enough XP for enchants. That's all I did. On day 23 to 24, I decided I needed to explore and try to see if there was anything. After a while, I stumbled across a village. It was not too big, but it did have 3 cathedrals, so that was weird. I spent the rest of day 23 to 24 finding sugarcane to make more books. Then I also stumbled upon a abandoned village with a ruined portal inside of it, which was definitely weird. Then I found 7 diamonds in a blacksmith chest with all the gear I would need for a horse. Then created diamond pants and proceeded to enchant them with protection 1. I then spent days 25 just strip mining to try and find diamonds, and I did find diamonds after a little while of strip mining. That was a good day. With my Fortune 2 pickaxe, I was able to get quite a few diamonds. Days 26 to 27 were spent in the spider spawner getting lots of XP. Day 28, I spent constructing the Nether portal. I decided after a while it was time to enter the end. You know what I meant. I meant Nether. Okay. And then, in the Nether, I had a decent spawn. It wasn't anything great, but I felt like, I got a warped forest, and then I immediately spent my life savings on piglin trades, and I got absolutely 0 ender pearls from. I just decided to do it by hand for the rest of day 28. That's pretty much all I did. After I got enough diamond ender pearls, I decided, let's explore the Nether, and then nothing happened. Day 30, I just killed a drowned, and it dropped a trident. That was really huge because then I could get riptide, and that was just great. Spent day 31 just getting XP from the spider spawner. This took like forever. I spent lots of days on it. Then I spent day 31 just trying to get this villager to give me a decent trade. Took forever, but he eventually gave me Bane of Arthropods 4. Does I have a spider spawner? I guess that could be kind of useful. I spent day 33 trying to get flint from a ton of gravel. Then I spent the rest of day 33 chopping down wood for a Fletcher. I also proceeded to chop down logs for half and or most of day 34. On day 35 to 34, I got a Fletcher. I then spent all of my hard-earned sticks on emeralds and was able to tame this horse, and that was, great, because now I have a fast way of travel between here and my base. This was going to make it way more easy to travel between my base and the village. I spent day 37 just getting logs and then trading them for sticks and emeralds. I spent day 37 trying to get a good trade from this villager. Then I got Frostwalker 1, and that was me a good trade, and after a while he gave me Thorns 3, which I'll take because that's kind of useful. I then spent I spent all of day 38 just going back to the base. This kind of takes a long way. Then, just got to my base on day 38, and then went strip mining and found nothing. Then I went and I was trying to cycle the trades of this librarian so I could get a few good enchants. After about 20 minutes of villager trade cycling, I finally got the villager to give me a pretty decent trade, Prot 4, so I decided to keep it. On day 40, I went to the village and tried to get some good trades. This villager had looting 3, so I decided to keep him. I also tried to cycle another trade with this villager here, and that took way longer than I was there. After finally about 20 minutes, he finally gave me a mending book, which I bought and immediately went back. I later put it on to my pickaxe and went mining for resources, and I was trying to find resources that would give me XP so I could heal my pickaxe. Once I got back up to the surface, I really didn't know what to do because I was trying to think of ideas. And then I decided, day 43. We're going to go back to the village, try and get some more trades. I set up this little post, so then if I want to have my horse stay at the village without moving, I can just have him there. On day 43, I decided I was going to try and cycle some trades and finally got a good trade. Looting 3 was pretty good. I then spent day 44 trying to get some more sticks so I can get more emeralds. On day 45, I returned home. It's getting really long to get home. Then on day 45, I decided I was going to go strip mining, and I found nothing. So I decided it was time to go back to the village. This is a repeating trend. We need to go back to the village a lot for numerous reasons. Then I was trying to cycle another villager, but it just didn't work out. I decided I was going to go back home on day 47. But that was pretty much all I did on day 47. On day 47 to 49, I went strip mining, trying to find some diamonds. Didn't. Spent 2 days strip mining and didn't find anything other than some iron. On day 50, I finally emerged from the mine. No idea where I was. After a while, I figured it out and got back to the base where I got a really, really good iron axe. This was going to help with the production of sticks. Then spent days 51 to 52 just chopping trees, and I managed to get about 4 stacks of wood. You know what's happening now? I gotta go back to the village to try and trade all these sticks. I traded all of my sticks to my normal Fletcher, and then I realized that I have not nearly enough Fletchers to have this many. After I got enough emeralds, I got another Fletcher and bought 2 Thorns 3 books from the librarian. After a while, I finally was able to get 2 Fletchers, so now I can actually, sell all my sticks. On day 54, I spent the entire day just trying to get back to my base. On day 55, I spent hours of grinding for emeralds on 1 Protection 4 book. I think you see what I'm going to do now with the Thorns 3 and the Protection. It took lots of XP levels to get here, but we finally have a really good enchant. I didn't realize I could get Protection 4 from the enchantment table on my diamond leggings, so I went to the spider spawner. I spent multiple days here. This is a quick montage of what happened. On day 56 to 60, I spent chopping down trees so I could trade for sticks. This took multiple days to complete after I went from the spider spawner. On day 61, I started to travel to the village so I could trade the sticks. Once I got to the village, I immediately spent all of the sticks on villager trades. The rest of day 61 was spent just planting all of the plants around the village. On day 62, I bought some bookshelves from the librarian and went back to the base. It's not really much to do. It takes an entire day to get back to the base. On day 63, I saw I could get Fortune 3 from the enchantment table, so I spent days 63 to 64 trying to get enough XP so I could get Fortune 3. I also added these trap doors over the top of the spawning area so spiders could not climb it. On day 65, I spent the entire day just strip mining to try and find some diamonds. After a while, I finally did. It was a pretty decent vein of diamonds. I went up to get my fortune pickaxe and mine the diamonds. On day 66 to 70 were spent just mining trees so I could get some more stick trades. On day 66 to 70, I made it to the village and traded these sticks. I also tried to get a good trade from this villager, and he gave me a silk touch, which was good for the nether, so I could get lots of gold. On day 72, I tried to get this villager to have a good trade also. It took very long, but finally he gave me Fortune 3, which was going to be great to put on the diamond pickaxe. On day 73, I decided, I need one more villager to give me a good trade. I gave up and couldn't get any. So I went into the nether and traded with this piglin to try and get a ton of potions. I was trying to get fire resistance so the Nether Fortress wouldn't be that scary. I finally got it, and it was for 3 minutes, so I was pretty happy. Then I got back and I crafted 2 golden apples with the gold I found in the nether. Day 76 to 79 were spent mining trees in the village so that I could get a few more, edit out most of it. On day 80 was spent just getting to the village. On day 80, I traded with a villager and cycled his trades till I got power 5. After a while, I just decided to give up on that villager's trades and go home. That was pretty much all I had to do for day 80. On day 81, I was finally making it back to my base, and I was trying to bring this sheep along with me. I was building a sheep pen so I could get lots of beds for the village and for netherite mining. On day 81, I basically just sheared the sheep and grew a farm. On day 81, I decided that I would need to grow my production of wheat if I wanted to get a huge sheep farm, so that's just what I did. On the rest of day 81, I just created some beds so I could go netherite mining. That's all I did for day 81. On day 82 to 84, I spent just blowing up the beds and getting netherite. I ended up with 4 pieces of ancient debris, which I think was pretty good because that's just enough to make 1 netherite ingot. Here I put it on my sword. Now I have the greatest sword you can have in Minecraft. Minus a few random enchants, but I got sharpness 5 and all that. A diamond pick. I found some diamonds on day 86. I realized there was a gaping hole in my village, so I was going to fill it up in a little while. On day 86, I tried to cycle this guy's trade and got Riptide 3, which I thought was pretty good, so I bought it. And on day 87, I returned back to my base. On day 87, I put Riptide 3 and Mending on my trident and went to the spider spawner so I could heal my trident. On day 87, I realized that you can craft wool with string, so I did that. And on day 87, I made this sick MLG that, I just thought everyone would want to see. And then, edit that out. And then on day 87, I got 2 lecterns. And on day 88, I got on my horse and went to the village. On day 89, I cycled this guy's trades to see if he would give me anything good. He gave me Feather Falling 4, which I thought was pretty good, so I bought one. Also on day 89, I started to try and cycle this guy, see what he would give me. He ended up giving me Power 5, which I thought was, pretty good, so I was going to keep it. On day 89, I just chopped trees, so then I could get some enchants. On day 89, I spent all of those emeralds getting Prot 4 for my diamond leggings. On day 89, I also went strip mining, and I found just a few diamonds. There were just a few, and I mined them, and it was pretty good. On day 90, I was in the nether on a hunt for some more netherite. That was the first few of my bed explosions, and I was able to mine quite a bit of ancient debris. I'm trying to get as much netherite as possible so I can get full netherite before I go to the nether, start exploring. But I'll settle for just 1 piece. On day 91, I spent it just traveling and chopping trees. I also bought 2 mending books. And on day 92, I spent all of day 92 getting back to my base. Then I went back to the village and created a cobblestone wall around the base. On day 92, I placed torches around so that mobs couldn't spawn because I was losing a villager every night that I stayed there because of zombies. Day 92, I just spent it getting back to the base. On day 93, I had to chop some more trees so I could gain a few more emeralds so I could get closer to the end game. On day 93, I got a villager, and he traded me infinity. On day 93, I got a butcher and bought a ton of food from him. Once I got back to my base, I decided it was time to find the Nether Fortress so I could get the blaze rods and defeat the Ender Dragon. My first stop was a soul sand biome that was really, really close to my base. I also found a bastion while I was exploring, so that was cool, and I figured out I literally could clear the entire bastion just by standing up here because they were dying on the magma cubes. I also found another bastion. This one is the actual good one. I didn't get too lucky with the chests. On day 94, after 30 minutes of exploring, I finally found the Blaze Fortress. I finally got it, and I got enough blaze rods, and I left the Nether Fortress. And then I traveled back to my base. Once I got back to my base, I created a house out of quartz because I hadn't had a house this entire series, and I was like, probably should make one. On day 99, we were at the Nether portal, Ender portal. You know what I mean. The end portal. I was ready to kill the dragon. I got in, immediately drank my strength and slow falling potions and started taking out the towers. I nearly died in multiple situations here, but I was taking out the towers, and that's what was important. I was not caring too much about the dragon right now, but the Endermen were being a big issue. I realized it was really easy to bridge with the slow falling. I defeated the first cage, and I had about 8 more to go. I damaged the dragon a little bit, but it was not enough. I lost half of my hearts, and my heart in real life was racing because I thought I was going to die, and I don't want to lose my progress this close to the end. After I shot this final one, I defeated all of the end crystals, and I started to chip away at the dragon's health. I came in with the sword, and it was dealing just chunks of the dragon's health. I got out the bow and started chipping away at the health. As I took the final shots, I thought about everything we did to get here, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means a lot if you watched all the way to the end. It would be greatly appreciated if you could subscribe. This was my 100 days of hardcore Minecraft video. Thanks for watching. Bye.